right. We are live. We're playing some Wuthering Waves tonight. Trying out a new controller, getting used to it still. Hey there, Goat Milk. Welcome in, welcome in. Saw you followed me a couple weeks ago. How are you doing? Tonight we are playing Wuthering Waves. Looks like back in Laguna City. By the way, how have I been? Today, I was over at the local game store getting a new controller for Wuthering Waves because I would set the other one down, and whenever I bumped it, it would fall down, and when it fell down, it would knock off one of the triggers, and I did that one too many times, and while I can put the trigger back on, I couldn't find the trigger this time. And I was like, that's enough. Also, maybe I should find a better way to store my controller, but whatever. Also, Tron Ares is coming out. I got together with a friend last Friday to watch Tron Legacy, and I was surprised. That was pretty good. And we're going to see Tron Ares tomorrow. So I will not be streaming tomorrow like usual. But yeah, maybe if you come back, I can give you a report on it next time I stream, whether it's Sunday or next week. Sometimes I do catch-up streams on Saturday or Sunday. Yeah, Saturday or Sunday. We'll see. Have you seen any Wuthering Waves before, or any of the other games I play? I mostly play this style of a lot of adventure gacha, a lot of a lot of story-based gacha. Oh, cool! You're going to see Chainsaw Man on the 17th. Nice. You know, I should look into that. I watched through season 1. Are there more seasons than that? I need to check. But season 1 was really good. Really gory.
You'll eat well soon. I promise.
Yeah, I know. We're here to find Cardathia.
You love playing ZZZ, and you've tried out Genshin. Alright. Yeah, that's quite a bit. No more seasons. Okay. Oh, yeah, I know that the manga is already finished because I follow Trash Taste some. A lot more, like, I've kind of let them alone for like a year or so, but Chainsaw Man is like one of Joey's absolute favorites. So down volume. So I've heard enough about the overall themes and what to expect from him, but not so many of the details. And because I've heard about how it, like, the overall themes, I kind of know that it's ended.
At least now we know it's called the Civilization Capsule. It probably
Well, welcome
has
in.
legacy data left behind by the Sentinel.
Yeah. Hopefully you can find some way to read it, like, through a downloadable site or something.
The Leviathan's power.
Or, like, online. Yeah. By the way, since you're here, I'll do polls as soon as we can.
Maybe because they fused together at some point.
Oh, well, guess that's why we need to find Cardathia. Maybe she'll know a workaround. The Black Shore is warned that the waters in Raguna are acting weird.
Not the, like...
Be extra careful.
I just like to do polls when I have somebody in chat. Because a lot of people like to see polls. Oh, okay. So, I mean, it's a lot like Genshin. This guy right here, Abby, is kind of like Paimon. Basically, he's an echo. And echoes are like the monsters in this world. Where everything is represented by, like, musical, like, frequencies. Or sound frequencies. Or maybe it's not musical, maybe it's light or something. It's not really clear, but frequencies storing information, and he has some special powers, and somehow he bonded with the main character named Rover, and that means that he gave her special powers to absorb evil frequencies. Yeah. I like to compare Wuthering Waves in terms of gacha story to, like, Final Fantasy.
Something feels off
In the sense of the writing. It's a lot more, like, dramatic. A lot more extra in everything than Genshin is.
Yeah. And they just threw a huge carnival not long ago.
Which I kind of like. I prefer Genshin's story and MiHoYo's stories overall, but I was also missing, like, Final Fantasy stuff. Which one on the PS2 would that have been like? Because the PS2 would play PS1 games, and they had almost all of the old PS1, or all the old Nintendo games on PS1 collections. So were you playing, like Final Fantasy 10 and 12 on the PS2? Are we talking, like... Oh, yeah. Well, do you have a favorite character? Hey, this guy right here is the guy that reminds me of Final Fantasy, like, right there. If it was 10 years ago, then that had to be one of the recent ones on the PS2. I mean, you're looking at Final Fantasy 10 or 12 back then.
On the precipice.
Did it have a hot bunny girl? Did it have a goth?
Plant the seed of your highest hope and watch it bloom into tomorrow.
And that's my character there with the leather and the straps. It might have, huh? I understand. It was 10 years ago.
Embrace your fire. Embrace your grief.
I only played about half of 10. I was borrowing it from a friend.
For in doing so, their old selves are destroyed. Yes. So they might reach.
And I never played 12. Though, of those two, people said I would have liked 12 the most. And then everyone said, hey, you're not gonna like 13, you're not gonna like 15, you're not gonna like 16, and I've never played the MMOs. So I've kind of ignored Final Fantasy for more than the last time you played. Really big. Oh yeah, that was 10. Kamari. And they were going to defeat sin itself. I mean, really, of all of the Final Fantasies, that one probably had the most in common with Wuthering Waves, because one of the big, like, monsters in Wuthering Waves is a Leviathan that travels beneath the ocean and summons the monsters.
Without hesitation. Into the unknown. Should you stand alone, suffering in the endless dark, today, may you hold fast to every last ember of courage and hope.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I play all those others, and while you're here, I have to give a shout out to my favorite one, Reverse 1999. It is not an adventure game at all. It's only like, it has the turn-based combat, but there's no way you walk around or anything. But boy, does that have a crazy story. So if you're in it for the story, you can't ignore that one. But then again, you can only play so many, and I definitely approve the ZZZ. And Animal Crossing, huh? That's interesting.
It is a tale told by fools, full of sound and fury.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we'll get me to play Hollow Knight. And I've been asked to play Dark Souls stuff before. I might try that out sometime, but squeezing in Dark Souls, because it's a long game,
Where am I?
is gonna be difficult next to all my gacha.
That was Cristoforo's voice. Is this another one of his illusions?
Or I've gotta...
Buling's bronze mirror isn't responding. Abby?
Gotta wait a bit more for the
This
gacha.
isn't like what happened in Septimont. Guess I can only keep moving and find out why.
And yeah, I play ZZZ as well. I've got a Miyabi team.
Surging tides.
Okay.
Plunges into fate's swirling maelstrom.
This is Cardathea, one of the girls that we're looking for. Oh man. Alright. I've definitely got some time in Hollow Knight. I don't know how much.
Unordained.
It's also weird because I set it down, and then when I come back, I have to spend half of my time figuring out what I was doing.
Her fate was written long
So I'm probably like a quarter or half the way through.
of stolen peace. What you see before you
It's
is
fate itself.
itself.
Okay, okay. So, it's hard to tell, but I would guess
Take you stir the tides into
I'm about halfway through.
Is it fate that
Nice,
rules with
nice.
man, or man who commands fate?
I'm also about
I
like
await your answer.
halfway through Final Fantasy VII, like the first of the trilogy that they re-released. I need to pick that up again. But I built a new computer about 6 months ago, and boy has that made games a lot more enjoyable, including stuff like Final Fantasy VII. So I have a lot more reason to pick that up again. Because that did not run it well at all on my old PC. So, right now, we're in a land called Septimont. Even though you, after the first ending, still like 3 other endings. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, I think I've heard about that. So, in Wuthering Waves, you start in an area which is kind of modern. Like, even kind of futuristic. But you're also dealing mostly with swords and stuff. So, kind of like a Final Fantasy in that sense. Like, you'll be carrying this big sword, and the guy next to you will have like a submachine gun.
Through me, walk the path of glorious ascension. Through me, enter the city of eternal bliss. All who enter must first forsake all.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, my team,
Tacit discords.
when we get more control,
Attacking.
it is very much like ZZZ. Like, this game has parries out the wazoo, much more than Genshin. It's still got the three character setup. It's a lot more mobile than ZZZ is. Like, you'll see when I get out Augusta, the character from last patch. She swings around like a gigantic greatsword. Oh, here's the gacha character right there. Wow. So that's the character I'm going to be pulling for, named Galbrina. And we were having connection issues the past month with my ISP. They were having problems. Connection issues the past month with my ISP. They were having problems. So stay with me. We're going to try and beat this.
I will deliver you her death.
Oh, she's a baddie. See, normally these are monsters that she's walking around with. These are called, instead of echoes, these are called tacit discords. And it's kind of the same frequency idea, but they're evil frequencies.
Rover?
Yeah. This is a very, very fast-paced hack and slash.
Nightmare Awakener.
Even more fast-paced than ZZZ even. I'm up.
Oh, you're finally awake. 1 second I'm fine. The next, my head's spinning. And you're face down on the ground.
Sorry, Abby. I'll also show you my characters when I get stuff up.
Saw, though.
Recount what you saw.
Sounds like the same thing happening to the people here. From what I've heard, many Raganesi have been having peculiar dreams lately. Even some of our troop members, too.
Okay.
The details vary, but they all end the same way. The fall of Renacida. And it's not just in Dreamland, either. Rover, I'm not sure if you've heard, but there have been strange rumors appearing across Renacida lately.
Oh, man. That's something to...
Even in Septimont.
That's something to mark on your calendar the day you missed ZZZ dailies.
The ghosts of their ancestors.
Thanks to all these oddities, the mood in Raguna has gone sour. The troupe performed today because Brant thought a new play to lighten the mood might give the people some hope.
But here's the odd part. Only Renacidans seem to be having these dreams. Visitors are spared. The same should be true of you.
Oh, more. Seems like we're back. More instability. Yep. Have you heard of any similar dreams?
Well, not Brant or me, but someone in the troupe has. They said they dreamed of sinking into an enormous black ocean.
Oh, that dark tide. Have you seen any other anomalies like this?
Tacit discords in the stormy sea have been more restless lately. And the siren songs? Well, they've started sounding an awful lot like the Order's hymns.
Oh. I'll get to the bottom of what's happening.
Might be worth asking around the city to see who else has been experiencing this. Renacida's tides don't lie. Watch your back.
What were those tacit discords whispering about? Gates of paradise and the word harbinger. Could they mean the harbinger of the dark tide?
No. I think you're thinking of Do at Night or something?
The only harbinger of the dark
Chaos
tide.
Do at Night?
But he should still be sealing the dark tide at the
I mean, this is free to play, but it has gacha. It has gacha almost exactly like MiHoYo, except it has an easier weapon banner.
That figure I saw. And Cardathia's murder. I came back to find her, so I should look for her first. She might know what's at the root of all this.
right. So this is my previous gacha character. So she can do stuff like this. And when she gets that charged up, she can bring out the really heavy stuff. I've got other characters like... So yeah, she wields a big sword.
Make this quick.
This guy is her support. He's a low rank.
Understood.
This is my best healer support.
The power
This is the girl we're searching for. She's been in my character screen the whole time. She transforms from this, like, kind of like lowly into a mommy when she does her ultimate. It's crazy.
The divinity may foresee the future.
This is her support.
But I doubt
She's like a bard.
which song people will play. Anything I can
This is the anniversary character. She swings around a gigantic shield as a great sword. And she's pretty crazy. She's like former mafia.
Where my blade
So what she did was she took like tiny swords and stuff and she assembled them into her big sword using her special ability. So the reason why it looks like nails is because it's made up of like short swords and the tips of spears and stuff like that.
Make this quick.
Anything today will be a fine.
This is the Mafia Girls support. Here's the first character I got.
Fun game.
A yandere. She uses plant-based powers. Theoretically, she should be good, but I haven't been able to make her work lately.
Hopefully,
Another
we'll make
support.
new findings.
Yes, yes. So very much like the nail from Hollow Knight. So they might be like the end of a spear or something.
Let me be there for everyone.
There's my like main character.
I should try to smile more.
Support for Camellia. And just a bunch of other characters. She's really cute. And she's got a wild accent.
I see my way clear.
Like the first character I got, the first 5-star, he's like off the standard banner. They used the voice of Sephiroth for him. Yeah, this game does have a really great design. Oh, they did the lion dog guy before Genshin did. If you look at it, there is a lot that this game and this company takes from MiHoYo. Maybe the other way around. They generally do a good job of it, though. Alright. So, again, like I said, MiHoYo style gacha.
Greetings, Rover. I will escort you for the time being.
Well, that's nice. I need more of her. So I already have a ton of him. That's 20. More Sanwa. I should be good now on her. Yeah, I do really love the design in this game. So if there's any of those characters I mentioned that I have a team for, whom you want to pull out and see, feel free to ask for a team. Come on, come on. That's scary. Alright, I gotta do...
Flower is for you. I hope it makes you happy.
Alright. Starting over at 10. 20. This game has 6 elements. And I only have 4 teams. And like I mentioned, one of those teams has a kind of weak DPS right now. Oh, yeah. Especially because Genshin has all of the, like, exploration stuff. If you don't have the time for that, it's rough. Alright. Well, I've already got the hit the pity, so this is guaranteed. Oh, that's cool. Look at this.
Who's my next prey?
Alright, I'm excited. So one of the reasons why I need to get her is because she covers an element that I don't have at all. So I have Augusta, the sword girl, or the great sword girl, is Electro. Zani, the mafia girl, is Spectro, which is light. Camellia, the vine girl, is Havoc, which is kind of like their own element they just came up with. I guess it's kind of like evil compared to Spectro being good, like darkness or something maybe. Oh. Them all. Yeah, you like the animation? That was gorgeous. I'm really excited about her. Alright, come back in here and upgrade all my characters. Only one of her, but I'm never gonna use her, so whatever. She's got a popsicle? That's cool. Alright, one more of Lumi. I don't really use her, but she is cute. And here's the big one. Because I use this girl a lot. She's like the best, like, low rank support for, like, damage. Her and Mortifi. Oh, and I've got this one. So I use her for Camellia. And if I ever get Carlotta, I'd use her there too. Carlotta is another gun girl. Alright. Let's talk to Shikona and Amadeo. Zani and Nirvana. And Phoebe and Vivian. Who are your ZZZ teams, by the way? Miss Zani, I'm so sorry. I'll head back right away. No worries. If you're feeling low, it's good to step out and get some air. Oh, buongiorno, Chocolate. If you're here for banking, you'll have to wait. Did something happen to her? No. Alright, thank you for your concern. I just had a vivid dream about my grandmother who passed away some time ago. When I woke up, I could still see her, sitting right beside me. Her smile was gentle, just like when I was little. She used to sing me to sleep with lullabies. I told her how much I missed her, and she listened quietly, just like always. Then she stood up and said goodbye. I saw her walk through a door. I tried to follow, but she stopped me. She said, "Don't follow me, and don't go gently through those gates." Then I woke up again. Okay, so you're a little bit new to ZZZ. You pulled Evelyn, awesome. Love her. And Evelyn, Coletta, and Lucy. Okay, okay. So, my main focus by far in ZZZ is Anomaly. I've got like almost every Anomaly character. Maybe all of them. I'm not sure if I'm missing anyone. So I have like Jane Doe. I've got Bernice. I've got Yanagi. I've got Miyabi. I've got Alice, and I've also got the support Yuzuha. I've also got, besides them, Yushuan Shifu, which is the monk woman. I have the two police girls, so Zhu Yuan and Kingi. I'm forgetting off the top of my head. And then maybe I also have Caesar. So that's most of my teams right there in ZZZ, plus all the associated 4-stars. Capisco. I'll get it. I'll handle your desk. Go home, take the day to rest. Your team for not fire is either Lucy, Kaleda, Piper, or Lycaon, Sokaku, Piper. Yeah, so outside of like that Evelyn, you're dealing with like 4 stars in the standard banner. Anton's actually pretty good. I mean, like, he's a 4-star DPS, which is what you're kind of dealing with, but, like, as long as you hit that damage, he's good. Thank you, Miss Zani. But I think my grandmother was trying to tell me something, that I can't stay trapped in grief in the past. So I'll keep going with today's work. Sorry to worry you all. Alright, so we're talking dreams with our friends. No, I agree, if I learn him, he makes Electro stages way easier, but he is so boring how oh, I understand that, yeah, because he likes to stay in one place. Let me see. I did get Haramasa for free, and I'll use him sometimes. I've got Rina, who I absolutely love. I've got Qingyi, like I said. So I've got enough for like electro damage normally. And then of course I just got Yanagi, so if it says electro, I can just say, oh, I've got electro, and then just kill them with Miyabi anyway. Slowly, they join the crowd pilgriming toward the kingdom rising in the dark waves. Those blessed by the sea are ever doomed to bear its curse. He cursed the Raganesi with a broken sonnet. No, more than that. He cursed all of Rina Sita. Now his curse is coming true. Is he alright? Miyabi is your fave, but you lost your 50-50. You got Kaleda, which, okay. Which you think is better long-term? Okay. With Evelyn, yeah. But yes. Miyabi is so fun. If it's not obvious, I've got the fox ears, I've got the tail. Miyabi and I have something in common with ignoring her tailless, but whatever. I always go for the foxes if I can. I love them. In my dreams, I saw things. Monsters I've never seen before. Maybe it's because I've had my nose buried in that mysterious playwright's unfinished draft. These hobgoblins, banshees, and beasties are all carved into my mind now. Yeah, so like, if you look at my Genshin, I've got Yemiko. If you look at my Honkai Star Rail, I've got Fugue. I've got Fox Girls in every game I can. And I like the other anime girls too. Like, I love Nekomata in ZZZ. I absolutely love Lynette in Genshin. Thought it was just a dream, just imagination. But then one day in the wilds, by the Sentinel, I saw one. Every infernal detail exactly as I dreamt it. The playwright conjured illusions with words, summoned ghosts, stitched nightmares into verses, turned phantom into flesh. These are his curses. These are his verses. His curses. Yeah. I mean, she does fine on like dailies and regular content. But now that I have, like, Jane Doe and Alice and Yuzaha, Nekomata is never seeing the Shadow Defense or whatever again. I wouldn't mind pulling her out for dailies, but for, like, regular content, even though I have a few constellations on her, or a few Eidolons or whatever, she's adorable, though. Miss Shikona, you're not afraid of them? Our souls are as eternal as theirs. How could they possibly harm us? Besides, if the play is still unfinished, then the ending is ours to write, isn't it? Alright. Yeah. Meanwhile, I have not had a proper fire DPS for the longest time. Alright. Phoebe, and this conversation. Acolyte Phoebe. Paradise. It already exists. But I saw it in my dreams. It was a revelation from the Sentinel. A revelation from the Sentinel? Yeah. Okay. I did not have a fire team. Like, I had Bernice, and she was my fire. And then I had Soldier 11, and she was my fire. So if fire ever came out, I was in poor shape. So I recently got, Magus and Orphe. But I don't really have a team for them yet. And I am down on polls if I'm gonna get Lucia, who is the Rupture support coming out next patch. We'll see, we'll see. But I wanted Orphe because I desperately need fire, and I liked your design. Chucklet, you're the laureate of the carnival. That means you've heard the Sentinel's voice too. You can help me prove it, can't you? My dreams must be divine revelations. I saw it all. The city of eternal bliss, and the path of glorious ascension. It was so clear. That kingdom is the afterlife. They told me that to gain entry, one needs only forsake all hope and call their name. But surely not everyone can enter the true paradise. Oh, you're right to remind me. We mustn't forget the Sentinel's teachings to live righteously here in the mortal world. Acolyte Phoebe, let's hold fast to that. We'll reach that kingdom of eternal bliss. I have always believed paradise was real, but if it is truly sacred and beautiful, why ask us to forsake all hope to enter? Alright, since you say you love fire and games...
Where my blade leads, triumph follows. Where my blades lead.
Make this quick.
Oh.
I have experiments.
Oh, I got an upgrade for him, too. Nice. Here, let me, let me see. I'll build up a team for Galbrina so I can at least pull her out. Because she does fire, so you want to see it. Should I use Woodpecker Electro or Hormone Punk for Evelyn? Do you know? Well, usually you do like 2 and 4. And Woodpecker Electro is usually the 2. Because that's the one that does crit rate, right? I don't remember what Hormone Punk is, but is that Pyro? Oh, you mean the 4-piece. I don't know. I can look up a guide for you, but usually I'm just looking up guides for that.
Galbrena, ready to join the hunt.
Make this quick. I have experiments underway.
I'll fulfill it, be it a direct command or any other
Oh.
wish you have.
Deploy. Because I want to walk around with them. Alright. here's our new girl. So look at those moves. So that's kind of what I mean by this game is a bit more flashy than ZZZ is. So I'll keep her out for a bit and then go back to Augusta. Yeah. Alright. I would just pay attention to like some of the guide makers that you trust. I don't know who... Oh, I missed it. I don't remember who the good guide makers are for ZZZ right now. If I can, I always love to check out I Win to Lose's videos.
Up ahead?
He's definitely a Genshin guy. And he also does Wuwa.
Rover.
But I like him because he's funny.
Back to the inverted tower so suddenly.
And he makes good guides. He does a lot of research.
Something's come up. I need Cardathia's help to deal with it. Did something unusual happen here?
I've only just arrived. For now, everything appears to be in order. I didn't come because of any disturbance.
Yeah, you can wait on that.
There are matters I too need to discuss with Cardathia.
Bang. Am I going into combat? I just switched off of Augusta. Oh, there's Cardathia. Is she being hunted by Galbrina? And her crown broke?
Cantarella?
How could this happen?
It all happened so fast.
That woman.
Leviathan.
Oh, really? It's reverse 1999. But that's like, of all the turn-based ones, it has by far the best combat, and it has by far the best story. But most of the time, people just like, hey,
Why does this scene match what I saw?
reverse 1999 is a little weird. Like, it doesn't have any open world, so most of the time, people just want to, hey, ignore that one for the moment, and that one's fine.
A tacit mark. Look, it's flickering.
I'm leaning towards ZZZ. So, I really like the 90s theme that ZZZ does. It has the video store. It has,
Something's wrong.
like, the martial arts stuff from the
I can't
90s.
sense any frequency from her, and yet she is still resonant.
And it has, like, the friendly police gang, which was also 90s. Yeah. So it's enough to wander around and have fun with your characters, but and it's got enough of like, hey, at least it has like levels and stuff.
A resonator's frequency is usually gone when they die, right? This doesn't make any sense.
Well, yeah, Abby, but Cardathia is kind of weird. Like she doesn't follow the rules.
There's something even stranger.
The shell casing. All right, we'll go this one by one. Cardithia's
Cardathia
sword.
had her sword in hand. With her strength, how could she fall to an intruder like that? And it doesn't look like she even tried to resist.
The sword of divinity, sealed with a portion of the Sentinel's power. Could what we're seeing be a result of that power of separation being awakened?
There's something even stranger.
The shattered stained glass.
The inverted tower itself is a sealed Sonaro. Only the Phasalias know it exists. So how did she find it? And she broke through the stained glass from the outside. Physically. Not by tearing through the Sonaro sphere. Akardathea has complete control over the tower. If someone had intruded, would she really not have noticed?
So yeah, the 90s was like my childhood. So seeing ZZZ do that, which in some sense Reverse 1999 does a little bit of, like that gets me a lot of more interest. Now, I do really like Genshin's combat in the sense that it has the elemental reactions. I thought that system was genius, and that's one reason why I like Anomaly so much in ZZZ, because you've got the different elements coming together, not just one but two, and then that's interesting.
There's something even stranger.
The shell casings on the floor.
Bent casings. These traces. Could they be from the Dark Tide?
You bet they are. I'd know that stench anywhere. And I caught the same frequency on that freak who jumped out earlier.
Something even stranger.
None of this is adding up.
Cantarella, you never did get to say what brought you here.
Kartathea reached out to me with an urgent matter to discuss. She gave no details, only insisting that I come at once. With the strange phenomena stirring across Raguna, I feared it might be linked to the Dark Tide, or Leviathan.
Was what I saw really just an illusion? I saw this. Her death. Exactly as it's happening now. That woman. She was using Dark Tide energy. Could she be another Harbinger? Whatever the case, we need to find the one who did this. I want answers.
Leave Kartathea to me. I'll bring her back to the Phasalia estate and keep her safe. The rest, I entrust to you.
Abby, can you track the killer's frequency?
This knows I could track the Dark Tide blindfolded. Let's
You think ZZZ is because it's easy? Oh, okay. Early game. I like Honkai Star Rail, because I haven't mentioned that one yet there, in the sense that I can play it on mobile, and I had been really liking the story up through most of Penacony, but at some point during Penacony, and definitely in Amphorius, they just
That's weird.
started doing these stories that are kind of like they can do whatever they want,
Head's starting to spin again.
and they're more complex, but I can't get invested when they're essentially operating in a game world or something like that.
You can rest. I'll search the area.
Look at those clouds. Are they dripping? This is wild. This area looks familiar though, like I've been here before.
Asleep already. That drowsiness should have worn off by now. Another side effect of the Dark Tide? Since leaving the inverted tower of Raguna's sky, what happened to it?
Spear of glory! Pierce through! Slipped away again. By this spear, I vow to protect my allies and crush the hearts of the evil.
Avidius? What are you doing out here?
So this was a guy who traveled along with us as a knight in some of our previous adventures, but he was also kind of like weird. Like, he was out for his own ends in a little bit, and he would help us sometimes too, so we weren't always sure about him.
What any gladiator of Septimont is born to do. Hunting. But you, Your Grace, you vanished without a word. What brings you back in such a hurry?
After what happened before, tell me what you're doing here first. Well, technically, I started
Long story.
Wuthering Waves at the beginning,
Are you after the Thundering Mephis as well?
but on my old computer, it was running terribly. So I gave up on it after like a patch or two. And then I only really came back after I built my computer. And it was actually like a month before I built my computer, I decided to try it again, and the performance was doing a lot better. So I played it for that month, and then I continued playing it after I built my computer. So it was the patch before Zani that I really came back, which would have been just before the anniversary. That was another reason why I wanted to start again. I was hearing about Anniversary and all the rewards they were giving out, which compared to Genshin, Genshin hates anniversaries, so they give you like, hey, here's an extra 10 pull or two. This one was a bit more fun. Not crazy more fun, but a bit more fun. And Genshin has finally started doing what people were begging from the beginning, is to give everyone a free 5-star from the standard banner. So Genshin has finally stepped up and started having fun too. Describe Cardathea's killer. Tracking her. So, if you want an actual timeline of how long I've been back, I think that was like March or April.
So you seek the one they call Discord Slayer.
You got the free S rank in case you ever go back. You go back to Genshin?
Discord Slayer. Sounds like you know something about her.
Yeah.
Yes, she's on my radar. I suspect the recent Tacet Discord outbreak in Raguna City is tied to her presence.
Last year, I got Chi-Chi.
Your Grace hasn't heard?
Yeah.
Struck not long ago.
Because she was the only 5-star I didn't have. And then well, maybe her and Mizuki, I can't remember. But then I got Mizuki right afterward anyway. And now I have like 2 Mizukis. So like I have her at like C1 or something.
I had gone there.
I'll eventually make a Mizuki team, I'm sure.
While gathering information, the city was suddenly overwhelmed. To be precise, they looked more like spawn of the Dark Tide. The outbreak has since been contained, but the Genesis Nexus was damaged. Without it, common echoes can't be used, and Raguna is no longer secure. The Montellis and the Order agreed to evacuate all civilians to Averado Vault, where private echoes can still be deployed. It's the only way to protect them.
A TD outbreak right after I left. But while I was there, I didn't even sense a ripple.
The Thundering Mephis has fled. The path ahead is safe.
Thank you for your help, Gladiator. Averado Vault isn't far from here. We can handle the rest of the journey.
We're in a version of Italy, but that did not sound like an Italian accent.
Now, about the Discord Slayer you seek. The townsfolk shared some troubling whispers. She may call herself that, but witnesses have seen her alongside swarms of Tacet Discords, leading them like troops into battle.
Oh, that's fine. Go ahead. Thank you so much for coming in and talking. That made my stream a lot better. It's been a good time. Yes, yes. Have a great night. Hopefully you get some good Wuthering Waves stuff or ZZZ stuff next patch.
With her appearances, the time and place match perfectly. I even crossed paths with her on the road to Raguna. I sensed a malicious frequency we both know well. The Dark Tide.
Awesome, awesome. That very frequency is what led me here.
Of course. Even if she didn't cause the outbreak in Raguna City, the connection is undeniable. The Dark Tide is Rinasita's ancient enemy. If you're hunting her, allow me to join you and lend my aid.
Do you have any leads on her whereabouts now?
If I'm correct, the Thundering Mephis we encountered is also a Dark Tide creation. This frequency it left behind, we can track it, and from there draw out the Discord Slayer herself. To that end, we'll need this.
An anchor stone. You brought that all the way from Septimont?
A habit picked up on the hunt. You're no stranger to its use either, Your Grace. Looks like I'm fortunate to be hunting alongside you again.
Oh. I don't have to worry about teams right now.
Take note. Enemies ahead. Dark Tide creations. Granted the oblivion we deserve.
The wicked will face judgment.
Check this out. What's going on? More Dark Tide stuff.
What a hollow existence. Who scripted your delusion?
You mentioned you left Tetragon Temple to search for the Quillbearer here in Raguna, right?
I grew weary of waiting. When I heard rumors of his presence in Raguna, I came to find him myself. No trace of him yet, but I've learned this much. Here, no verses were ever penned about me. The Ragunesi know not my name, past, nor the prophecy I once carried. Here, I am a completely blank page. If my former existence was just a fabrication, an idea of some hero of heroes crafted to Septimont's expectations, then perhaps here in Raguna I am free to write my own story. Free to define my own existence. Free to create a reality of my own. This matters more than finding him. I will break free from his narrative and become the master of my own destiny.
Well said.
Your fate is what you want it to be. No one else gets to decide who you are. No one has the right to dismiss your efforts and dreams with some absurd idea of destiny.
You honor me. I hope to prove worthy of that belief. The anchor stone is holding strong. Let's push forward. Our destination is up ahead. Is that an entrance to a paradimensional tacit field? Raguna's geographical records haven't documented this. Do you feel that? That ominous energy? Huh. The anchor stone confirms the Thundering Mephis is hiding here.
Let's prepare to enter it. That's our best lead right now.
Very well. I stand with you. Whatever comes, you have my sword.
What happened? Where's Avidius? We crossed inside at the same time. It's the Thundering Memphis.
Open the gates.
So you just battle in without thinking.
That voice. The Discord Slayer. Is this her trap? Another illusion.
Focus. You are an illusion. It's weaponizing your combat instincts. Steady your resolve. Do not let its whispers sway you.
I'm getting the whispers of somebody, probably Galbrina?
Illusions are her fate. Is she helping me?
Good. See that cocoon in the center? Thundering Memphis is just there. That right there is the core of this domain. Destroy it. When the monster ends, this illusion will unravel together.
The wicked will face judgment. I am the Tempest. Annihilation. The wicked will face judgment. Tempest. Hopefully this helps. Annihilation. The wicked will face judgment. Wind howls. Unfettered by Tempest with flashes. The wicked will. Wind rises. Annihilation. The wicked will face judgment. I am the Tempest. It worked. But who are you? And what did you do to Cardathia?
Now is not the time for stories.
Oh?
But I'll tell you this. I'm here to kill the Harbinger of the Dark Tide. To stop a greater calamity.
I can't hear her voice anymore. Time to leave this place.
Well... hopefully she's not here to actually kill Cardathia. And that she's not the Harbinger that she speaks of.
Rover! Are you unharmed? You vanished the moment we entered the Tacet Field.
I'm fine. So it's gone? Avidius, did you see anything after we got separated?
The Thundering Memphis was nowhere in sight. But I did observe a peculiar figure. I couldn't see his face clearly, but I heard him call himself Caligula.
Caligula?
Caligula was a tyrant feared throughout Septimon's history. Notorious for his cruelty that defied reason, the world remembers him as the Mad King. Legends
Okay.
say he wielded a vile black resonance energy, and the worst calamities ever stirred by the Dark Tide all began with him.
Calling back to actual Roman history.
He didn't fight it. He embraced it, commanded its abominations, bent them to his will. In the end, the people rose against him and struck him down.
Nice.
But not before he left a curse. I shall become the very history and memory of Septimon, so long as fear lingers in your hearts. I shall return.
The power to command the Dark Tide's creations. Only a Harbinger could do that. That Discord Slayer says she's hunting the Harbinger to stop a greater calamity. If that's true, then everything happening across Raguna might be tied to the Harbinger. She pulled me from the illusion. If she's the cause of this chaos, why help me? This isn't making sense. Harbinger. Who are you, really?
Rover, traces of the Dark Tide's frequency still linger where the paradimensional tacit field collapsed. The anchor stone is useless now. The signal is blocked by some sort of spatial layer.
Augusta said the Dark Tide spoke to her when it swallowed her whole. Maybe I can learn something that way. My telepathic ability should give me a way in.
Telepathy? Your Grace is versed in many arts. I don't doubt your abilities, but this is the Dark Tide. Reckless contact could... I don't want to see another tragedy like what befell Septimont.
Let me at least try.
I'm falling behind. The Discord Slayer knows far more than we do. We need to find her. And fast. I'm not letting any lead slip past us.
Strange dark tide trace.
I can't see anything. I'm only getting jumbled voices. Focus. I should be able to hear something.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody listen. Don't panic. Take the lift. It will bring you to safety.
The prototype echoes in the depositories. Activate them all.
Those voices. Zani and Carlotta. They're in Everardo Vault. The Dark Tide creations could be appearing there.
It's currently sheltering a large number of civilians.
Let's not waste time. We leave now.
Off to the vault.
Zani, status of the evacuation.
80% of Raguna's residents have been relocated, but the troop of fools hit a storm while ferrying people from the Riccioli Islands. Rough seas out there.
Trust them to see it through.
Miss Carlotta, we've cleared the depositories as ordered, ready to receive incoming supplies.
Good. Renacita's greatest treasure has always been the people who built it. The next Cloud Puffer Express is due at any moment. Be ready to offload.
Understood, ma'am.
Rover!
Anything unusual happening here?
If you mean the incident in Raguna, you've likely already heard. A horde of tacit discords has overrun the city, and common echoes are out of control.
Oh my.
Evacuation here is still on track. No anomalies detected in Everardo Vault. Your assistance is appreciated, Seravidius. The residents from Eglatown have all been accounted for.
I am simply fulfilling my duty.
Strange. I clearly sense the Dark Tide's presence around here. So why does everything seem normal?
Bang!
Gunfire! We've got intruders.
Is it Galbraina again? Yeah. Those are not rifled barrels. Is he a shotgun user?
These Tidespawn, they've evolved fast. Mutation? And sure enough.
Entering a restricted zone armed without triggering a single alarm.
Be careful. Her abilities are not normal.
All this by her hand.
All this in broad daylight, brazen. Let's not jump to conclusions just yet.
Fiction and reality are starting to blur. Don't put your faith in appearances. That is what they really are.
The Dark Tide can corrupt, and you carry its power. What proof do we have this isn't your doing?
You don't. Believe whatever you want.
By the sacred statues of the divinity, evil shall know no peace. Only the righteous may taste eternity. Wickedness shall be purged by the blade, and those who consort with calamity shall fall. Galbraina, demon wrought from ruin, you are not welcome here.
Fenrico? Why would he be here?
You have slaughtered my flock and ushered in ruin. The Sentinel's wrath is already upon you. I will cast you back into damnation myself before your carnage spreads any further. You should be howling in the Styx depths, your soul aflame in the pit's cruelest fire, forever.
If you're offering me a shortcut back to hell, I'd honestly appreciate the favor.
Your heart holds no reverence for the divine. Only desecration and scorn. Demon, your sins are ripe for judgment. By the highest will's command, I shall strike down all that you have wrought. Justice shall be done.
Ouch.
She could have dodged that. But she took the hit to shield a civilian? And Fenrico. He knew innocents were here, but didn't hold back at all.
Righteous one, I come to cleanse Rinascita of a traitorous demon and avenge the blood debts of my people. Why raise your blade against me? Rinascita teeters on the edge of collapse. Now, more than ever, we must uphold the tenets of unity and salvation. The path to deliverance lies within the civilization capsule. Entrust it to me. By the authority bestowed upon me, I will open the gates to the divine paradise.
Oh. You shouldn't be here, Fenrico.
You're not Fenrico at all.
You. Who are you? What do you want?
Bloodshed cannot be avoided. Blood must pay for blood. The path born of injustice must be fortified with further transgressions. My goal is pure, singular. All I've done so Rinascita survives the divine reckoning and rises as a land free from sorrow. No understanding is needed, only faith. When all hope seems lost, we are the beginning and the end. The absolution and the grace. Hand over the civilization capsule.
So, the civilization capsule is your goal after all. Lost your patience, have you?
Death is the fruit of transgression. To resist it is to defy the will of the divinity.
You and your divinity cannot end me. And these dark tide shams. Today, you face your reckoning.
I am the Enlightened One, anointed by the divinity and crowned by fate itself.
Ah, so you're the core of these abominations. Took long enough to hunt you down. Still pretending that mask isn't cracked.
Mocked by fate, whispering poison, a demon reviled by all. You wield the Dark Tide's power, yet you dare judge me?
It's too bad I'm not the one judging. If the Dark Tide's power isn't enough to convince, how about we try this? The envoys declare the guilt, but Imperator is the only true judge. By the light of Imperator, repent!
light of Genesis.
Looks like the judgment is clear. These hollow existences don't need your mercy. Protect the civilization capsule. That's what they're really after.
Ouch!
How were they able to disguise themselves as humans?
I've never heard of any possessing such ability.
Fangs are bared now. Don't hesitate. Let's end them all.
The one mimicking the Primus is the heart. Take it down, and the rest will collapse with it.
It's calling in more of them. We'll need to clear the rubble while waiting for our shot.
That which cometh from the sea shall walk upon the land. It shall work great wonders and mark the flesh of its faithful. All who have ears to hear, let them hear.
Swift and resolute. The end has come. Hopefully this helps.
Still recognize me? Glory demands more. Masterpiece complete. Still recognize me? Improvise.
Swift and resolute.
Alright. Got to show off Carlotta and Zani. That wasn't even planned. Oh. Did he manage to steal that?
You have received the blessing of my master. Serve your true divinity.
I shall never back down! Rover, now!
Oh? Did we enter the civilization capsule?
Another dimension within the civilization capsule.
I guess so.
But why does it open up now?
Permissions detected, Arbiter. First instance initiated. All probabilistic futures now revealed.
What?
Outcome verified. Blueprint compiled. Advancing to phase 2. Arbiter, this moment was always foreseen.
Imperator.
It comes to pass.
Imperator. Is that you?
Arbiter, I grieve to say, I am but a message, set to activate in response to the presence of an initiate. Time, in this place, flows near still. A moment remains for us to speak. When I merged with Leviathan, it seized a fragment of my mind, and with it, a trace of my power to separate. I knew not the fullness of its design. As a safeguard, I split elements of my core data into this space. The civilization capsule. It records the origin and birth of the Rinascitan civilization, preserving their most ancient memories. Once, we drafted the first blueprint for these seaborn kin. Now, I have entombed it here. Arbiter, heed me now. Let me unveil Rinascita's beginnings.
Oh.
beginning. Life rose and fell with the tide.
Drag down slowly. Oh. Ah, okay.
The displaced and wandering did follow my guidance. They journeyed unto the archipelago. There, I did leave knowledge and technology, that they might walk the path to freedom.
Your light blesses us.
We follow your will.
To build our republic. Unity became the bedrock of civilization. But Leviathan seized upon mankind's longing for unity to manifest civilization's shadow. It spoke in my name, wrought false miracles, forged hollow grace,
Oh.
feeding on stagnant, obedient minds.
We are blessed by the sea. By you, we are unified. By you, we are born. From the sea we came, and to the sea we shall return.
From the founding of civilization, it had invaded their spirit and beliefs. I rose against it, only to unleash the dark tide. It scarred Rimacita beyond measure. I began to question all I had done. The Threnodian did steer Rimacita's fate. And I too once guided Rimacita's course. In truth, we were no different. We both sought to mold civilization after our own will. Those who truly walked the land were never granted the right to choose. Civilizations abound with Threnodians. No eternal solution doth exist. Have I the right to choose their fate? The shaping of a civilization must belong to its people.
So, a lot of this I've known beforehand because they're recounting the legend of this eternal battle or whatever between the Sentinel and the Threnodian. And Cardathea
Can decide where their future must lead.
was bound up in this because she was originally
Thou already knowest.
the Knight of the Threnodian.
Exist. I chose coexistence, using myself to shackle it. I partook of its blight, that I might comprehend it. Once I did seek thy counsel. Thou granted me the freedom to choose.
I would do the same again.
I just have one question. Why did the civilization capsule need the Threnodian's power to open?
When Leviathan and I were one, I split a sliver of its frequency. A memory. That memory I sealed here. The capsule was ever meant for thy hands. My design was that it should open only in the presence of thou and the Resonator, bearing both my power and that of Leviathan.
Okay, so... So it was never meant for me, but it was meant to open only in the presence of Cartithia and me.
What if that Resonator became the Threnodian's puppet?
If that came to pass, then Rinascita hath already fallen, and the truth within this capsule would cease to matter. But if she standeth with humanity, then this truth is hers to know, and thine. Leviathan was born from the dark side of mankind's longing for unity. Their fear of the sea shaped its likeness as a great sea creature. Even at civilization's dawn, it had already tainted mankind's hearts. A primeval shadow lurking within the soul. The opening of the capsule shall stir the Rinascitan's oldest memories. Leviathan shall seek, through the blueprint we created, to lay claim to Rinascita's fate anew. If the Rinascitans wouldst walk a path free of divinity, they must face their past and the most primeval fear. They must overcome the shadow born of civilization. Arbiter, the hour of farewell hath come. Go now, gather every last hope. If all unfoldeth as it should, Rinascita shall be free of divinity henceforth. When the shadows of the soul are at last dispelled, Rinascita shall welcome a true dawn, and humanity shall have a future beyond any I could foresee.
Okay.
The true faithful believed in Imperator. So too did Imperator believe in humanity.
Keep your sword sheathed.
You killed the Blessed Maiden before my eyes. Raguna's disasters are tied to your actions. Now tell me what I need to know.
If I told you I acted to save Cartithia, would you believe me? This place is protected by Imperator. For now, Leviathan can't hear us. This is for you.
Righteous One, trust her, and trust me. Everything we've done is to defeat Leviathan.
That is her frequency.
I need you to accept this. Cartithia is dead, but she may still return. For that to happen, we need to kill Leviathan.
Kill Leviathan? Didn't she absorb it when they merged?
Now, Leviathan is on the verge of rebirth. It stole some of the Sentinel's power. During your battle with the Blessed Maiden, it split off a trace of its frequency and hid it in a gem. I'm sure you've seen it. That gem ended up in the Fraxidus' hands. Their whole play in Rinascita. Use it to bring back Leviathan.
Oh? It's always that group of lunatics. Didn't think Leviathan would be that insidious.
So the Fraxidus has been incubating the Threnodian. How long has this been going on?
Perhaps longer than we can imagine. Even your clash with Kartetia may have been scripted. A setup to give Leviathan a shot at slipping the Sentinel.
You know about that? Just who are you, Discord Slayer? I can't imagine Kartetia keeping something that important from me.
Think of me as what I am. An Avenger hunting Leviathan. As for the rest, the next Harbinger of the Dark Tide has surfaced. Until we can find him or her, we keep this quiet to avoid the worst case scenario.
Wow.
Our first priority is to find them. If we don't, the Dark Tide can overwhelm Raguna again at any moment.
You're saying this Harbinger is behind all the Dark Tide creations we're seeing?
Not all. The Harbinger resonates with Rinasita's darkest emotions.
Oh?
Those emotions act as anchors, pulling horror into form and speeding the tide spawn. If the emotion is strong enough and the Harbinger is near, those things evolve. They feed off the Harbinger's thoughts and memories to become more real. Some even start to look human. You've noticed it. The tide spawn in Raguna are starting to mimic us.
Yeah.
Which means...
The Harbinger is in Raguna.
Exactly. I've always hunted the Dark Tide's creations. Each one shares slivers of thought and memory. I kill them, and I take what they know. They've been watching you. They want the civilization capsule. So, I followed you. Tracked your movements. Figured if I stayed close, sooner or later I'd find the Tide Spawn's core. Maybe even the Harbinger. The capsule only unlocks with both the Sentinel and Trinodian's power. And it opened the moment you and that gladiator touched it. So...
You think it's Avidius. But you carry the Dark Tide's power too.
Caution is a virtue in a hunter. You're right. The Dark Tide is in me. But Leviathan stopped counting me among the living a long time ago.
What is with her hand? Claws, man.
And this power, it's mine. Who I turn it against is my choice. You're welcome to try and stop me. But me? I'm not stopping this hunt anytime soon. When calamity strikes, I trust you'll know exactly where to point your blade.
I'll trust you for now. I trust Kardathia's judgment.
Good. Then hunt with me. Until we give Leviathan a death worth talking about. Loud, messy, unforgettable.
Stop counting her among the living.
Sentinel's
What did that
frequency
mean?
is gone. I guess the time for talking is over. Leviathan's power is spreading and this space is about to collapse. We need to find a way out.
These things. They're all Tide Spawn.
The civilization capsule was tainted by the Dark Tide. That's how I got in. Followed the corruption straight through.
So you can enter the Dark Tide. No wonder we couldn't find it.
Yes, but the frequencies there are chaotic. I locked onto yours and followed it through the storm. You have access to core data. But Avidius, he might have been swept into the frequency vortex. Hard to say where he's landed. We need to move fast to find him. Figure out who he really is before the next wave of Tide Spawn hits.
Oh.
Bad timing. Waves rise. Judgment strikes.
The exit is at the end.
Well,
of
we're
the
good.
trail. Stay on it.
Whoa, this is cool.
collapse is accelerating. Our way out is closing fast. Faster! We're almost there!
Oh yeah, I love it when Zani moves.
Rover! Good. Looks like you haven't run into too much trouble.
How long was I gone? What happened when I was gone?
It hasn't been long since you disappeared into the rift. Once that thing masquerading as Fenrico was slain, the other Tidespawn didn't last.
That was the last one. With the family's private Echo arsenal backing us up, we held the line just fine.
Surely you didn't think we'd fall apart without you? We Aragonese are made of sterner stuff than that. We handled those creatures just fine.
This Phalian Beringo. When the core was destroyed, the other Tidespawn lost their form. For now, the vault is secure. At least, until the next wave spawns. I'd set up order terminals around the perimeter, though. They'll detect humanoid mimics and prevent new Tidespawn from forming here.
Might I ask?
She's an ally for now.
Where's that gladiator from Septimont?
Seravidius made it out of the rift before you. But, he didn't look great. Kept muttering about needing to stop the crisis. Then off he went, like a man on fire.
We need to track him down. That one really knows how to pick his moments.
Give me your hand. I left a mark on Avidius during our fight earlier. With Baelor's power, I can tap into his sight. We'll find his trail.
I must move quickly.
Silence, you maddening whispers!
No. I'll be damned before I accept a fate like that. There must be something left I can still do. I won't let the same tragedy happen twice.
He's headed for Thessalio Fells.
We've lost contact with Cantarella. The beacon on her end appears to have been destroyed.
Dark clouds are gathering over Thessalio Fells. Something is definitely wrong.
The two of us will go reinforce her. You stay and protect the civilians here.
Very well, we'll hold the line. Zani, call in the family's transport echoes. We'll assist Rover where we can.
Don't complicate things. Put those echoes towards supply runs instead. Stay close. We're taking the sky route.
Doing her like one-winged angel thing.
Manipulating the air to form a wind trail. Is that your resonance ability?
One of them. I have the Tacit Discord Harpia within me.
Not an echo, but a Tacit Discord itself? So, you can absorb them directly?
You can say that. Valor is one of many.
One of many? Now I'm really curious about you and your abilities.
If we live through this, maybe I'll tell you. But right now...
We need to find the Harbinger. Do you know how we can identify them?
First things first, they'll be corrupted by the Dark Tide. But the signs aren't always so visible. We'll have to look for associated side effects, and prepare for what they might bring. We've entered Thessalio Fells. I can already sense the Tidespawn up ahead.
I like how we get to see all these old characters, which I've been missing for a bit.
That's a Phasalia member. We need to help him.
Assuming that they're not fake.
Leave it to me.
Oh, it's Rover. Take the Sentinel.
What happened here? Hopefully this helps.
Dark tide creation swarmed without warning. We were overrun before we could...
Move aside. We'll clean up.
Lady Cantarella is still on the front lines fighting. Would you please help to reinforce her position?
It's too late, my lady. My mind can't be fixed. Save your potions for those who still have hope.
What's wrong with Gilberto?
I only beg. Don't let me die a monster. Don't let me become Leviathan's puppet. I see it. The end times. Paradise. Descending at last.
Rover. She is. Why are you with her?
Trust me, I'll explain later. Let's handle the crisis first, and I'll explain later.
The Phasalia bloodline's ties with Leviathan run too deep. Their ancient fears were the first to be awakened. This is the true horror of the evolved Dark Tide. It feeds on human despair, warping that frequency to form Tidespawn. Your family's antidote can still cure those lightly infected. But for those whose corruption runs deep, like him, their frequencies cannot be reversed. All we can offer is the dignity of dying as a human.
My lady, don't let me burden those who still have hope.
Matriarch of Phasalia, I understand the cruelty of such a choice. If you cannot strike the final blow, allow me.
Phasalia blood must be ended by...
Blood must be ended by Phasalia hands.
Thank you. May glory return to the Phasalians.
Gilberto Cantarella.
The dead rest. The living march forward. The Phasalia will never forget its fallen sons and daughters. Cartathea remains secure in the Phasalia estate. But the divinity's statue began whispering in our minds. Then came the Tidespawn soon after. It was Leviathan's voice. Something has awakened it.
It's very likely Avidius. Right now, everything is riding on us finding him.
That Septimontian gladiator. Our scouts saw him advancing into the depths of Thessalio Fells.
Lady Cantarella! Rover! Reinforcements have arrived! Thessalio Fells. It's already... Attention! Deploy all acolytes to set up temporary resonance beacons. Scattering the light of Genesis will hold back the Tidespawn.
Acolyte Phoebe, a cluster of Tidespawn is marching towards the depths of Thessalio Fells.
Rover, Avidius is our mission.
I'll use my forte to defuse the family's antidote. It should help to mitigate the Dark Tide's influence.
We'll triage the wounded and fortify this position. The Order's acolytes will clear a path for you. Please, you have to stop this.
Whether the Sentinel comes or not, we are their will made flesh. We protect Rinascita.
Oh, light of Genesis, shield us. As we were at the dawn, so we stand today as the Sentinel soldiers.
What?
The
All right.
Order's acolytes are holding off the other Tidespawn. This
I guess
is our
that's
path to go
possible.
Straight for the source.
I'm coming.
Leave it to me.
Don't have to deal with any of that stuff. What's up, Avidius?
It's you. Forgive me that you have to see me like this.
What happened to you, Avidius?
When the civilization capsule opened, I was dragged inside. A black frequency took hold of me, swallowed me whole. I saw Rinascita's beginnings and the memories of so many of its people. I saw him too. Caligula. His face was like mine. He was my past and the future I am meant to inherit.
Leviathan used the Dark Tide's frequency to force those memories into him.
You said you'd become the master of your own destiny. No one gets to decide who you are.
Yes. I once said that I would write my own story, define my own existence. But after I left that space, I suddenly felt the Tidespawn's movements. They were converging on Thessalio Fells. I still wanted to do something, anything to stop the devastation. But once again, I stepped blindly into the churning river of chaos. The Thessalia's oldest memories awoke ahead of time. Because of me, countless Tidespawn emerged in my wake. I tried to drive them back, but I overestimated myself and was corrupted by them. My hopes and dreams, all of it was real, so why? Why did it all come to this? From Septimont to Raguna, the blame lies with me. Perhaps this is the fate I could never outrun. Caligula's fate. It's calling to me.
Damn it. His mind is being consumed by Caligula's memories.
This is the role fate wrote for me. Fate decrees I become the Mad King. So why? Why should I reject its crown? I am the one who glimpsed fate itself. And now, I will reveal it to the world. But who can truly know the might of fate? That is why I will become it. I will wear its face. That foolish divine mask no mortal can comprehend. I am the king, bearer of extraordinary power, risen from the dark tides. I shall quiet the waters and still the tempest. I shall be crowned in glory with the blood of the old king.
Ovidius. Wind howls.
Unwritten one, I have no need for your pity. From the deepest dark, I rise against your purest light. Let us see which is worthy of a true ruler.
If you believe he was once an honorable gladiator, then fight him. Make him remember who he truly is.
I can write my own fate and rewrite theirs. I can quench their hunger or ignite their fury. I will tear down this wretched, false
Oh, I thought she hadn't healed yet, but
truth that endures for eternity. Death.
Fight fire with fire.
Wind calls. Waves follow. The we'll face judgment. Waves rise. Judgment strikes. Wind rises. Hopefully this helps. Tempest of flashes.
You can't escape me. Behave now.
I once scorned the weakness of others. Now I see. My own heart trembles just the same. How pitiful.
His attacks are slowing.
Ha! His will is stirring within the dark tide. Don't let up. Your memories, your emotions, they weren't all lies. Reach for them. Find what was your truth. Gotcha. Behave now. The hunt ends here. Ha! Rise from hellfire.
Hopefully this helps. The wicked will face Ovidius. Remember who you are. Remember the man you wanted to become.
I am human. Not one of these monsters. This will be my final glory.
whew. Took out Evidius.
Remember who you are. Remember the man you wanted to become.
At least first version.
Lies within the dark tide. No one mistakes the melting past. Wield the dark tide's power, and it will consume you in turn. Come back to us.
I am nothing like you.
girl. Was she devoured by the tide too? Wait! If you keep going, the dark tide will swallow you completely!
The dark tide devours everything, assimilates everything. If I can't escape it, then I'll use it.
Is that Galbrina as a kid?
It's already flowing inside of me. So why can't I turn it against them? Why can't I be the one who devours them?
Oh, she's got the mole, I knew it. She's got the same mole on her neck.
Frequencies need me to survive. If this power doesn't want to listen to me, then I'll show it who's the real boss. Fate may be loud, but I don't think it's that strong. I don't believe in it.
A memory left behind in the dark tide. She's right. In this war against fate, I still have a move to make. I want it to be a story that gives people hope. By my spear, I vow to protect my allies and crush the hearts of the evil. I will absorb all of the tide spawning. Kill me and the calamity ends here.
Avidius!
There's no time! Discord Slayer, I saw your past in the tide. I know what you seek to do. Take my power and finish it. That too is my wish.
I promise I will. Give me all your bitterness. We will make them pay.
Pathetic as he was, in his final moments, he outran his fate. Now, why greet our reunion with animosity? Before the tides of fate, we are all but players on a stage.
Ah, Cristoforo! The most dangerous of the Fraxidus.
A pitiful, doomed soul struggling to reclaim his fate in the final hour. Alas, his script was written long ago. In this scene, he was always fated to exit.
The Quillbearer takes the stage. Avidius was your creation.
A lie told often enough becomes the truth. Weave memory, history, experience, and you can craft a man who exists in the minds of others. But to become truly real, that path was still far off. I merely gave him form, a mask of flesh and blood, fit to walk the world. In the end, the breath that could give him life was his alone. Oh, a being born of lies, grasping for meaning in a world that offers none. Such a pursuit demands the courage to question the meaning of one's existence, yes. It demands pain.
As creators go, you're rather heartless. Have you no compassion for your own creation?
Did you not see? I did. His intentions, his ambitions, his darkness, his weakness. To lay a soul bare is not always an act of cruelty. Humanity is fate's plaything. I simply showed them the strings. I lit the fire, the hunger that might ignite their free will. Through contradictions and conflicts, pain brings metamorphosis. Tragedy breeds transcendence. Only then may a soul rise beyond itself and touch
the gates of immortality.
Should you still insist on my cruelty? Well, high praise indeed. At the very least, it proves this story has stirred your pity and fervor. That alone earns you the right to read through to the final act. Go then, to Septimont. The curtain is drawing. There I shall rewrite Rinasita's fate, with the dark tide as my ink. Will you suffer in silence beneath fate's poisoned arrows? Or rise to defy this world's endless trials? I too await your final answer.
You brought ruin to Rinasita. You think you're just walking away?
My stage lies elsewhere. In this scene, I am but a herald. But since you're so eager, I'll leave you with one final clue. I've never had much fondness for overwrought dramatic irony. The dark tide has already tainted the civilization capsule. It no longer requires the Threnodians' authority to be opened. Just a single drop of the tide's nectar will suffice. So tell me, how could an existence born of the dark tide ever serve as its anchor of reality? Be forewarned. When dark waters recede, the truth beneath the surface shall come to light.
I hope you understood what he meant. Wait, so Avidius wasn't the Harbinger?
The Harbinger of the Dark Tide is the anchor of reality of all Tidespawn. That means it must be a real existing person. When I was absorbing the Tidespawn, I felt it. Avidius was also born of the Dark Tide.
Then why didn't the light of Imperator reveal his true form?
Because his intentions and words were real. He may not have shone as brightly as the sun, but in walking beneath its light, he still caught its glow. And that unshakable resolve not to become a pawn of the darkness, even unto death, that created his own truth. That's why he played right into the Quillbearer's hands. A scapegoat, the perfect sacrifice to bury the truth. All his noble wishes were twisted. Such cruel irony can rot for all I care.
He still stopped Raguna from falling to the dark tide.
Avidius shouldn't have had to bear such a fate. I will carry on his fight. I'll keep writing the story he believed in. The story that gives people hope.
Yes. As he wished. We must stop the greater tragedy that's coming. Let's return to Cantarella and check on the wounded. If Avidius wasn't the Harbinger, that means we missed something. Behave now.
Oh, there.
The Tidespawn have fully retreated. The situation around Thessalio Fells is improving. See.
Everything's okay. Don't worry.
Oh, it's you, the great hero, Rover. Cantarella told me stories about you. She said you're just like the heroes in the adventure tales. Brave and determined.
But you can't save everyone.
Don't go. Don't leave. Don't abandon us.
Cardathia?
Mortals need salvation.
It's just a copy of her.
Unity. Righteous one, open the Ascendant gates for me.
This world doesn't belong to you, Leviathan. Chimera! How are you feeling, Rover?
Stand down. I said, stand down. Fall back.
But, Lady Cantarella, we all saw it. Just
Enough. I told you to stand down. You've withstood the whispers before. Will you forget your loyalty to your comrades in the face of...
I'm sorry, Lady Cantarella and Rover. We lost our composure.
Leviathan is a master at finding the cracks in one's spirit to tear it asunder. Go do what you must. I'll handle this.
What just happened?
Certain emotions between you and the others resonated. Your tacit mark opened a portal, pulling you into another illusion. That portal fed on your presence to spread malice and fear. But before it could fully take shape, I broke into your illusion and shut it down.
I saw Fenrico, Mia, and Cardathia. They all passed through that gate. What exactly lies beyond it?
That's the realm Leviathan created. The journeying paradise.
If those gates open because of me, then does that mean...
Vidius was Cristoforo's decoy. He planted that decoy in Septimont for years. When the waters recede, the truth shall come to light. Rover, you are the new harbinger of the Dark Tide.
What? Well, that's a cliffhanger if I've ever seen one.
Cantarella went inside to prepare that antidote. She should be finished now. Time to find her.
I'm gonna do a quick break to hit the bathroom. Not a cliffhanger just yet. Looks like.